Hey guys, this is Ryan, Jason, and Spencer with an end of the week update, and who knows how many numbers because I'm done tracking. Now,
the same here.
This end of the week is pretty much going to be the same except for Spencer's here. We don't have to stick his face up in a corner. By the way, congrats on your graduation again.
Yeah.
Very proud of you.
Finally, we can
actually have. Yeah, he was partying, got drunk, and had fun. No, I'm just kidding.
I just went home and played games.
That's kind of what, because we talked about it on the other end of the week, but I think we pretty much did the same thing. We came back here, played games, and had a big box of pizza, and I think that was it. That was our party. We didn't really...
I didn't care. I just
because, that's...
My back hurt. I was tired of standing. I just wanted to go home. And I had another graduation to go to, and I was like...
Oh, yeah, Morgan's. So, pretty much the end of the week for this one's going to be the same. Eventually, we're going to try and do an XMen is the plan. And for those who may have already seen, because it should be below it, is a pre-video to our ghost investigation, which we're planning on going to Minnehaha. And we'll, if you want more information on that and the background to that park, watch the other video because we just already, we did that, took care of that, got that done. But hopefully that video will, the actual ghost investigation will be done this coming weekend. We can have it done and actually posted and uploaded. Now, another good couple ideas that Spencer did bring up to us is we eventually want to make fun of House. Those who don't know what House is, I am ashamed of you. Dr. House was one of the best medical shows ever on this planet. I mean, I think it beat Scrubs, and the only one that I actually like very similar to The House, and what I've realized is Becker. You guys ever seen Becker?
Nope. I've heard of.
Okay, Becker's fucking funny, and actually House stole from Becker.
Really?
Yes. There's a couple episodes in Becker where Becker gets shot. House gets shot. Come on.
Yeah, but his makes more sense still, probably.
Yeah.
Which one?
House only gets shot once.
Becker got shot once.
You made it sound like he got shot multiple times.
He didn't.
Well, you made it sound like it.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Whatever, scrub. So we're hoping to make fun of that, but we need more people. We need more props. So on and so forth.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned something else, and I just can't remember what it was.
Making fun of Taro.
Yeah, that's what it was. We're gonna put that on the back burner for now. I want to make fun of Dexter eventually.
Yeah.
Because I got the face
Who
mask.
are you, fat Dexter?
I got the apron. I have the knives. I have the only thing I want to try and get then is a blood slide. I want to get a couple blood slides to actually authenticate the making fun of Dexter, because I even came up with an idea for the cheek. Instead of actually cutting someone's cheek, I want to take a tissue, fill it with corn syrup and red dye, and somehow lay it flat so that when you cut it, it looks like someone's actually being cut, but they're not actually being gouged into by a scalpel. Because I actually even have a scalpel.
We're making fun of Dexter. We're just gonna...
Yeah.
We're gonna put the knife on their face and just dump corn syrup on it, and we're gonna be like,
He sneezes and just...
his throat's all cut. And Dexter got some blood and goes,
We're gonna put that...
Okay, so most likely 100% I'll probably be Dexter because I do the funniest, weirdest shit.
No, I want to be...
I don't see you go,
I
fucking
do.
blood.
I am willing to do that.
Yeah, but you're not funny though. You act weird when you do it. You're like...
You're gonna be House. I'm making you be House because you're the tallest out of the group. Because I even got a cane
Dr.
for
14.
House.
13.
Dr.
14.
15.
I don't give a shit.
So we got those, we got the ghost investigation video, and hopefully an X-Men. Just so you know, guys, that's going to be ended soon because the save got fucked up.
Yeah.
And I'm down to one person with no money trying to fight 1,000 Morlocks. It's not going to work. In order to make that work, we would have to restart from the beginning work our way through, and then restart. And what's the point of going through all of that all over again for different stats and different to continue a video series?
Yeah.
So I think X-Men's gonna die. Sad to say.
Thank you.
But beyond that, pretty much we've got other stuff, and eventually, I did mention this in the. We're gonna have to do a live stream.
Make fun of Ninja Gaiden.
We got.
Game over.
Gotta do that.
The live stream's gonna be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited about this ghost investigation though, because that's gonna be. I think.
Ooh, I like.
I think you're gonna have an issue.
Up in the woods.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have an issue. I think you're gonna get paranoid.
When are we gonna do
Because
this
me
one?
and Spencer have done this before.
I want to.
Oh,
do
a
this.
day in the life of Daisy.
Yeah. When are we gonna do that one?
In the future, when we actually come up with a script.
Dude, my improvising was perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, but like I did a script for the background for Mini
Yeah.
Haha because that's necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Because wait, what time are we? Are we heading?
Spit. You spit.
Are we heading in the daylight for Mini Haha?
We're gonna head there around 8 to 9,
Oh, okay.
so that we can get everything set up, and then by 10 we start.
Okay, that's fine.
And then we're probably gonna go till about 12 to 1, maybe even 2 in the morning.
3 is the best. More activity.
Yeah, actually, you're right. From 12 to 3 is the most activity, so we may even be there till 3 in the morning. So make sure that you're hyped up on caffeine because we're gonna be there quite a few hours.
Yeah.
And we're gonna also have to come up with a way to communicate with each other because yelling at each other isn't gonna work when there's people trying to sleep
Yeah.
and there's people right across the street.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and then Daisy in the Life Part 2, which star Spency Pooh is in. You're gonna need to get Soren and at least someone else involved in this so that we have more people. And then actually, I want to film this, the Part 2, somewhere else. I want to film it either at Grandma's or we could do Joe Albie, we could do Mini Haha, we could do...
Probably draw, but it's not that far. I'm like Mini Haha.
Yeah, Mini Haha, just so you know, it's like by the dams over here.
Yep.
It's
Shit.
It's a good
That's
distance.
far.
Yeah. Remember, we used to live in that area. We used to go walking in that park all the time.
I didn't know it was haunted. It was just a park.
Yeah, no, it's supposedly haunted. That's why I put that under rumors, because the thing is these kids from an orphanage haunt this place, and I never could find information on that fucking orphanage.
Dude, I feel like one of us is gonna see something or one of us is gonna tweak really bad.
I think that's gonna be him. You and me have done this in our own house.
Yeah.
Dude, I remember that video I had on my watch.
Okay, I kid you not. Spencer's, he is telling the truth 100%. So we had this little spy watch.
And it had night vision.
It had night vision.
Deadass. You
Okay.
could see clear as night.
Yeah, you could see clear.
I sat here in the hallway, right by the beam, behind it just a little bit. I was sitting here doing a ghost investigation.
Yeah, and he goes...
And I had an orb pop up, and I fucking ran up the stairs
The
and ran
orb-
into a door.
The reason why we think it wasn't because usually, as you know, bugs, when they come across the screen, they do kind of a pattern like this. They don't...
Mm-hmm.
And you can see the wings. This orb came from out of the laundry room. Came out, stopped.
It disappeared.
Came up, and it went towards the camera.
And I freaked out. And then,
What
like,
the-
it
It
disappeared.
stopped, and it kind of did this weird curvy towards us.
And I said, like, I think I said, come over here. And, like,
Yeah, and it came
over,
out,
and
and it came up, and we were like, oh, fuck. So we ran, and then
Oh,
actually
wow.
when we ran upstairs, you could see out of the corner of the video, it came back out, and then went back in.
Dude,
Wow.
it scared the shit
It
out
scared
of
us. And
We were so scared that I dropped the watch, and we did not go downstairs to give retrieve it whatsoever.
We didn't. We left it.
We left it. We dipped.
Oh wow.
It was. I remember that, dude. It was so scary. Like, oh my gosh. And like, it's like another one of my videos where I hit my head on the oven.
Another scary scene I had here in this home, and I shit you not, Jason, I didn't catch it on camera, but me and Spencer used to live upstairs. Okay, there was one night, I don't know what he was doing, but I was in the room. If you're going up the stairs and you make a left, I was in that room. And you make another left, my bed was right there in the
Okay, so
doorway.
my gaming room, that's why I slept, and the other room Ryan slept.
Yeah. I woke up in the middle of the night, was trying to go back to sleep, I heard the door open, and I heard boots coming up the stairs. Not fast, not super slow, but it was like normal clunk, clunk.
Also, like
clunk,
Papa walking the
yeah,
stairs.
like it was like my grandfather coming up the stairs. You could hear the boots actually hit the stairs coming up, and I was like, and it stopped. I heard it come to the top of the stairs, and it just, and it stopped, and I was like, wait a minute. And I kind of like lean, because I'm laying in bed, so I kind of like get up and I kind of lean, and there was nothing in that hallway.
Oh.
It was weird. And then there was
TV,
there was-
Netflix.
there was one night too. I was up there, and I heard something happening in the mid walkway room, and I looked, and the vacuum hose was completely connected to the vacuum. I watched it come off the vacuum, and then fall.
I actually have a story too. So this was
right
actually
there.
3 years ago when I was living here, and I remember that little plastic safe I had.
Yes.
So sometimes when I wake up, I think I'm in a dream. Sometimes, like, I threw my safe in the hallway and something threw it back, and I was like, oh shit. So I thought I was asleep still, so I was dreaming. I threw it out there again, and I was like, wait. I get out of bed and I walk over and I was like, what? I'm gonna go back to bed. Like, that shit was scary.
Now I've had stuff disappear in this room. My whole wallet disappeared.
But
one
like,
day.
it threw it back towards me though.
That I've never had happen.
I
You
swear
must
to
have
God.
hit it.
I swear to God, I'm telling the truth. Like, I don't know, because sometimes when I wake up, I think like I'm doing
And
something.
3 years ago, yeah, you were up there by yourself.
Yeah, and then
I was living down. I'm still
Have
living
you guys
down
ever
here.
like woke up and like you thought you were in a dream, so you do some weird shit? Like
Yeah.
I woke up like 2 weeks ago and I was like, okay, Ryan, let's go. I'm walking upstairs. I'm getting all ready and shit. And then I'm like, wait, it's 2:00 in the morning. What the fuck? And I'm all geared and ready to go hang out with you guys. I'm like, oh shit! I'm not even kidding you. This happened. And one time do you remember when Grandma had the 2 futons downstairs?
Oh God.
And you slapped.
This is one of them. This
Yeah.
is one of them.
And then like I slapped behind you and you slapped here. And
Yeah.
This is when you're not here and I was sleeping there myself. I woke up and started finding the wall because I heard Justin say, "Oh, it's time to go. Let's go, Spencer. Come on, hurry up!" And I'm trying to find the line. I'm like, "Oh, I'm trying to find the line. I'm all touching the wall and shit." And I was like, "Wait, oh, it's not real." So I went back to bed.
I like how this end of the week update turned into ghost stories.
just the fucking
Okay.
just main
Now,
stories.
to top all of what we just told you, I got a true story to tell you that still to this day, I refuse to go in my grandmother's basement because of this. I refuse to go into actually his bedroom. I believe is where. Okay, so many, many years ago, my cousins lived with my grandparents. Nicole, Jessica, and Justin. Okay, now we were visiting. And at one point, my
Was
sister...
this the Ouija board?
Stop. Let me explain the whole story before this comes out.
I didn't know about this. I wasn't here for this.
You weren't there for that?
No, I wasn't.
Okay,
I
I
dipped
was.
out.
There
I
was.
dipped.
I could if I had him right here, I would have him tell the story because Morgan was there, I was there, Nicole was there, and Jessica was
that's
there.
it, not me.
Okay, so we all, them three, I was not included. Them three were in the basement fucking with a Ouija board. And weeks before, what was weird is I told Morgan, don't fuck with those. That is bad juju. It's not a joke, Morgan. Don't look for one. Don't do it. It's bad news. Grandma had one on the fucking shelf. And I wish she would get rid of it. Anyways, they're playing with it, okay? And they come up and they go, "We want you to join us." And I'm at this point starting to feel a little funny. I'm like, "No,
I warned you.
I warned you guys. I really don't want to do this, but you know what? Fuck it. I still to this day don't ask me why I chose to do it, but I did." Okay, so I went down there. We used to have these little Kindle Fire tablets. Okay, and I still can't find it. I don't know if it's in existence anymore, but it was this app called Ghost Radar, and I thought it was fake, and it seemed pretty fake. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was really weird.
I know, it came up with random shit.
Yeah, it came up with random shit all the time.
Like generated computer shit.
Yeah. So I thought it was fake. Okay. So they were like, pull that out, use that. And I'm like, yeah, whatever. So I opened my tablet. I set it on the bed. Okay. We're sitting there, and they go, put your hands on it. Put my hands on it. They do the opening, Ouija, are you here? Ouija, and so my tablet, now mind you, my tablet's going the whole time. Nothing's come up. Nothing. Nothing on the radar, nothing. Okay, they go, Ouija, are you here? A couple of seconds goes by, and it moves. And they go, are you here? And it goes up to yes, and then on my tablet it goes, here. The hair on the back of my neck stood up immediately, and I got up. I actually stood up, and they went, you gotta end this. I go, no, I'm leaving. I am leaving this room. Have a good day. And I left. I went upstairs, and for 2 weeks, I never entered that basement. I don't know what happened after I left. I need to ask Morgan. But after, when it said yes, and then on my tablet within milliseconds, because the audio was on, it came up and it said here, is when I realized we're making a mistake. And I ended up talking to Nicole about it, and apparently a lot of shit came up about her past. Really, all I know. That's all I know, and that's all I was told. But I'm not kidding you, Jason. That was the scariest moment I've had in my life.
I usually don't fuck with Ouija boards.
Well, I don't either.
Because I always think they're fake. It feels like it feels like someone else is like moving it.
Moving it, right.
And I'm sitting here not even doing it. This is how I play. You can tell if I'm moving if I stretch my arms, and I'm going like this. I'm like, okay, so it's not me, or whatever how you play. I think it's like this.
It doesn't matter. 2 fingers, 1 finger. It don't matter.
I'm sitting here, and I'm like, I'm not moving it. I'm like levitating my fingers off it, and I'm like, it's moving this way. I'm like, what the fuck? And I can't trust Morgan, or this is when Taylor was playing. So it was me, Morgan, and Taylor. And I don't trust them, because, they like to fuck around sometimes. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's not fake or real. And then Taylor's like, someone just stuck his hand in my mouth. I'm like, wait, what? She's like, my whole mouth hurts now. I'm like, okay, well, what's this end the game? Like, don't play that shit with me. Like, just end it. Don't do that.
See, and that one I couldn't tell you. But
speaking of Nicole, she texted me.
Oh, I kid you not, Jason. That was the most scariest moment in my life as it goes for ghost investigations. I've done many in this home before we cleansed it.
Yeah.
We ran into some scary moments, but that moment in Grandma's basement made me realize that is something you don't fuck with. Because the minute you open that door, anything can come through that door.
Yeah, quite literally.
That's why I turned the mirror around, because when I slept, the mirror was facing me, so I just grabbed the mirror and just shifted around and put it against the wall, and I went to bed.
See, now, I'm not that paranoid about...
I'm not paranoid, just, you never know. The nun, that bitch comes out of the mirrors, fuck that.
Oh, I come around the corner, baseball bat. Die, you fucking virgin bitch.
Yeah, but it's a ghost, so you won't be hidden anything.
I'll still take it on.
And we might be having a new member.
Oh yeah, speaking of that, we're hoping to get new members. That's also another thing yeah.
I was talking about my member.
Ooh.
When you bring in a member, it becomes our members.
Jesus Christ, right?
Oh.
Yeah, that member.
That member is definitely under question. His member Kermit, Kermit?
Yeah.
Yeah, questionable. He's been playing a lot of Fortnite. I don't know about him.
Oh, that gay shit.
Then he started playing PUBG, and I was like, yo, my boy Kerm, I gotta join you on some PUBG. And he's always screaming at a girl named Piggy. I don't know.
Well, maybe she is a piggy.
Die, bitch.
And another one, too. I got another good ghost story for you. And I don't know how true it is because of the meds I was on. But at one point in my life, I was put on anti-anxiety meds. And I hated them because they make me exhausted by like 7 o'clock at night. I'd fall asleep and I'd wake up right on the dot at 1 in the morning. Always. As soon as it hit 1, I was up. I had an alarm clock. This is actually where my bed sat. So my bed actually...
Is this when you had the 16 hamsters in here?
Yes. So my bed actually laid this way. Oh no, this way. My bad.
Oh wait,
And
the table was right there with your Legos.
This was after the hamsters.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
My bed ended about here. Okay. So my bed, and I was a kid, so it wasn't a big bed. And my stand and my alarm clock were right here, and it was turned towards me, so I always got to see the time.
Wait, was this the closet story?
No, this is the Stool Story.
Oh. Oh no.
And so I wake up as usual. And when those woke me up for whatever reason, I was up. Like my pupils dilated, I was up. I couldn't.
You ready to go?
Yeah, I woke up ready to go. It was weird. I hated that. I got off those meds actually because of this incident.
Mm-hmm.
So I woke up, of course, 1 o'clock. I'm looking at the ceiling, and I roll over, and there's this dude sitting in a stool, right about actually where Spencer is, sitting in a stool, kind of bent over. And he's sitting in it, but he's got one arm on his left leg and his right arm in the other. And he's got his head turned just a little bit, and he's staring right at me in the eyes. Blank face, and he's just staring at me. And when I woke up and saw that, of course, I roll over and I blink. The figure's still there. So I actually kind of do this. Figure's still there. So I get up, run towards the wall, flip on the lights, nothing there, flip them off, nothing there.
But the stool was.
No, the stool was gone. The weird part about the stool is the stool was a ghostly looking figure too. That was the weird part. That was really what confused me about that scenario is the stool he was sitting on. It looked like one of those, not a bar stool, but almost like a drum kit stool. It was really kind of beat the shit. It didn't have a lot of...
a regular wooden stool?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
almost like a regular wooden stool, but smaller. The guy looked like from the 1920s. He had one of those pre-war hats on that kind of had that fin down the middle.
Yeah.
He had a suit and tie. He had a white shirt underneath. He had thin black pants. I mean, his legs were as thin as mine, all the way up. He was a thin figure, but they were tight black pants. And he looked Caucasian, but I could be wrong. It's been years.
Yeah.
That was one of my first scary incidents in this house with ghosts. And
My little one was with my mom.
after that, I actually, for about a year and a half, I always slept with my face facing towards the wall. And ever since then, I've never seen anything else adult-like in this home. I've seen the kid before we cleansed it. We saw the kid a lot. That was the only time I've ever seen that adult. Ever.
Really?
Yeah, because the rumor was, because up in the grandparents' room, if you peel back the carpet, you'll see buckshot through the floor.
Yeah.
We believe someone shot their brains out. Or someone got murdered. Because they've tried to clean it and it comes back.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard about that, yeah.
Yeah, and my grandfather cleaned it one day, and he went to touch a light bulb, and all he did was touch it, and it exploded in his hands.
What the fuck?
And then he went to get a new light bulb, and then, the blood was there.
Yeah. He went to grab a new light bulb. It was in his bedroom. He grabbed it. It exploded. He went back, changed it, looked down, and all of what he just cleaned up was back.
And fresh.
And like it was fresh.
What the?
Yeah, so this
Yes.
house definitely had a history, and we couldn't get it out of the people who owned it before, the two old ladies, because the minute their brother was brought up, they left. Okay, so we had a small blooper, an incident happened, and we're good. But we're going to go ahead and end the video. That's the end of the week update. It lasted, we thought it was going to be a 10-minute video. It turned into like 25 minutes. But it's the way it is. So, we will see you all in the next video.
Yep, see you guys.